Let's talk about the border now. Former Texas Congresswoman Mayra Flores, who has also just launched her re-election bid, joins us now. Mayra, good to see you. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Always a pleasure. We'll talk about your campaign in just a moment, but first let's talk about these buoys. Obviously, Governor Abbott in Texas feels it is necessary. Mexico causing sort of an issue here, saying it's a treaty issue. You're married to a Border Patrol agent. I mean, you know the risk if people are in the river, there's dangerous drowning that could happen. Don't these buoys sort of signal maybe a way for people maybe not to go? It seems like Mexico should be more of a partner for us to stop illegal immigration.
Absolutely. Border security not only protects the American people, but it also protects migrants. Under the Biden administration, we've had more migrant deaths than in any other administration. We have to secure the border. It protects the American people. It protects migrants. It protects children from being brought into the United States illegally to be sold into child trafficking, because that's exactly what's happening. I don't see Mexico complaining about the thousands and thousands of children that are missing in Mexico that are later on brought here into the United States to be sold into child sex trafficking. That's the reality. Mexico is the #1 supplier in child trafficking, and the United States is the #1 consumer, and we shouldn't be a part of that list, but that is the reality. I don't see them complaining about that. I don't see them complaining about the women and that are getting killed and raped every single day in Mexico.
Well, it is getting the headlines, though, and it's because of a movie. You probably have seen it, Angel Studios' Sound of Freedom, which is about exactly that, sex trafficking of children, our most innocent. Well, wow, it has generated double the first week's box office this past weekend, Mayra. Angel Studios projecting more than $85 million in total box office sales. Now, it's based on a true story of a former FBI agent who quit his job to rescue a child from sex traffickers. We know that some on the left have criticized it now, trying to attack this film, where it seems like this is something we need to put more of a spotlight on, not less. And if this film can do that, it's hard to see why anyone would be criticizing it.
Exactly. Tim Ballard is a hero. He's an American hero, and I'm so grateful to my friend Eduardo Verástegui for producing this film and everyone that is involved in this film, because if we want to eradicate child trafficking, we need awareness. And I encourage everyone to go watch it, to talk about it, because if this movie is the #1 movie in the United States, it's not thanks to, honestly, to the politicians, not thanks to Hollywood, it's thanks to the American people. The word of mouth is truly powerful. And this just makes me realize how powerful we are. And we don't need, the social media to promote it. All it needs is us. And that is why it's the #1 movie. But not only do we need awareness, we need to put in place policies and bills in Washington that protect these children and that put these monsters in prison for the rest of their life.
That is true. Well, you want to get back into politics. You've launched your campaign for Texas 34th Congressional District. I remember when you run the special election, you flipped the district red. You lost 5 months later, but wow, they called you the rise of the far-right Latina. Now you're back at it. Your Democratic opponent, Vicente Gonzalez, tell us why you think this time you're going to beat him. Some say, redistricting is not on your side, Mayra.
It's not, but the American people are. So we have all the time now to be able to get our message across the district. Vicente Gonzalez has done absolutely nothing for the people of South Texas. He supports the Biden administration's policies. He doesn't talk about the border issues. He doesn't talk about the economy. He doesn't talk about the education, the future of our children. He only cares about himself and the power of his party. That's it. And it's time that we put the people first, not the party. See, I'm a Republican, I'm conservative, but my loyalty is with God. My loyalty is with my family. My loyalty is with the community that I love very much. And the people of South Texas deserve to have a voice in Washington that represents their values and that actually cares. Enough of the politics. It's time that we put America first.
Well, you've got some great endorsements. We know Speaker McCarthy and some other folks in Washington and the GOP there are standing behind you. So continue to give us some updates there, and we'll see you back here soon. Mayra Flores, the candidate there, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. God bless you.
You too.